approximate percentage increase in the sales value of branded companies from 2008 to 2011 is at most. The question is asking for percentage increase. Now, how do we calculate percentage increase? Percentage increase is calculated as final value minus initial value by initial value into 100, which can be written as final value by initial value minus 1 into 100. The question is asking for percentage increase in the sales value of branded companies is at most. At most means they're asking for the maximum possible value. So you have to maximize percentage increase. And if you look at this expression, FV by IV is the only fraction that can be maximized at minus 1 into 100 is a constant. So I'll have to maximize this fraction FV by IV. Final value by initial value I'll have to maximize. So how do I maximize final value by initial value? Initial value has to be minimized. Final value has to be maximized. That's how you maximize final value by initial value. Let's see what is the minimum initial value and the maximum final value for these companies from 2008 to 2011. So initial value minimum. So we'll have to minimize the total sales value of the branded companies in 2008. For the top 3 companies, values are already given. So that's 32%, 24% and 20. And that is summing up to 76. So 76% has already gone for branded companies. Now the remaining 24% will go to the other 5 companies. Now what are the other 5 companies? There are 2 more branded companies here, and then we have 3 non-branded companies. So the remaining 24% of the 100% I'll have to distribute here, keeping in mind that total value of branded companies should be as less as possible. So the remaining 24%, let me first distribute it as equally as possible among these 5. So as there are 5 companies, let me divide 24 by 5. The greatest multiple is 20 below 24. So let me give 4 each first. 4, 4, 4, 4 and 4. Now that would sum up to 20, but we are looking at 24. So I can make it 5, 5, 5 and 5. Now there are certain conditions which have to be taken care of. No unbranded company can have a sales value greater than a branded company. And each company should have a distinct natural number as its percentage share. And sum of these 3 should be at least equal to the 5th branded company in this order. So let's start adjusting the values. So let me make this 3 and make it 6. Still we have 3 5s which are equal. Let me make this 2 and make this 7. That gives you a place to make this 6. So let me make this 6 now, and this one 4. So 7, 6, 5, 4. Now if you see from here, continuously we are coming down to the next number. So this is fully tightly packed, and here we have 2. Now this is the best possible distribution. When you have numbers which are serially coming 7, 6, 5 and 2, and just one number is skipping, that means you have packed them as tightly as possible. Now all the conditions are satisfied. They are distinct natural numbers, and no unbranded company has a value that is greater than a branded company, and the sum of total values of unbranded companies is, in this case, more than the least branded company. So all the conditions have been satisfied. Hence, the minimum I should give for the 4th and the 5th companies are 7% of the total value and 6% of the total value. So IV minimum in this case is going to be 7 plus 6, 13 plus 76. So 13 plus these 3 values, 76. So IV minimum is 89% of the total value here, which is 2800. So 89% of 2800 is the minimum initial value. Now let us look at maximum final value. The percentage shares of the top 3 companies are already given. So let us write down here 16%, 18% and 28%, and that sum is coming to 62%. So we have got another 100 minus 62, 38% to be distributed to the next 5 companies, the 2 branded and the 3 non-branded. So here I'll have to distribute 100 minus 62, 38% value. So let's look at the 4th company. Now the maximum percentage share this company can have cannot cross any of these values. So looking at the smallest value here, which is 16%, I can say the maximum for this can be 15%. It cannot be more than that because it is the 4th company. It cannot be more than the 3rd company. Now once I've given 15% here, 38 minus 15, we are left with 23%. Now this 23% has to be distributed here, keeping in mind that they have to be distinct natural numbers, and some of these should be at least equal to this. So let me split 23 into two halves. As it cannot be perfectly split into two halves, I can split it as 11 and 12. Let me give 11 percentage here and the remaining 12 here, because some of these should be greater than the least branded company. So the remaining 12, if I want to give 12 divided by 3, I can first split it as 4, 4 and 4 and then make my adjustments here. So sum of these three is more than 11 and they are all distinct natural numbers. So this is the maximum percentages that I can give for the fourth and the fifth branded companies, 15% and 11%. So this is coming to 26%, and 16 plus 18 plus 28, we already found that it is 62%. So 62 plus 26, that is 88%. So maximum final value is 88% of the total in that year, 3,200. If we do this calculation, we'll get this as 2492 crores, because these are all in terms of crores, and final value we will get as 2816 crores. Now we can take these two values into our calculation. So that becomes approximately equal to 13%. 13% is the answer for this question.